Welcome to Storytime. I'm Anne, and I'm an educator from the National Air and Space Museum, here to bring some of our museum stories to you at home. Have you ever heard about science experiments that were designed to be carried out in space? One of the reasons that we send people and equipment out to space is to conduct experiments. Many times, we have sent plants and animals to space to see if they act differently than they do on Earth. In one experiment that was conducted way back in 1973, we took spiders to space to see whether they would be able to spin webs. The experiment was designed by a high school student named Judy Miles. What do you think? Do you think a spider could spin a web in the weightless environment of space? Here's a picture of Judy with the NASA scientists. They took two orb weaver spiders, Anita and Arabella, and gave them each a box to spin webs. The first day, they did not want to come out. The second day, their webs were messy, but on the third day, they were able to spin a perfect web just like on Earth. We have the spider web that Anita built in space still in its box at the museum. I think it's really inspiring to see an experiment that is student design actually be carried out to help build our understanding about space. It's a good thing the spiders did not escape from the box. I wouldn't want to be in space wondering if a spider was crawling around. Here's a story about that. Once upon a time, there were three friends who liked adventures. They were Millie, Ruth, and Lou. One day, Lou told the friends about an article she saw in the science section of the newspaper about an experiment with mice in space. Lou told her friends, "You know how the weightless environment in space can make people's muscles weak after they stay in space for a long time? They made mighty muscle mice that did not get weak." "Weird," exclaimed Millie. "And cool," said Ruth. "I wonder what other animals have been to space." Millie said, "I remember learning about monkeys when I went to the Air and Space Museum. Let's go online and find out if there were any others." They searched the Air and Space Museum website and found out scientists had taken fruit flies, frogs, and spiders too. "Spiders in space," exclaimed Millie. "That's pretty spooky. That makes me think of a good Halloween costume." Lou said, "Let's make space-themed Halloween costumes this year. I'm going to be a robot. What will you be, Ruth?" I don't know," said Ruth. Millie's little brother Mo helped them gather materials for their costumes. They found cardboard boxes, paint, cotton balls, fabric pieces, metal dryer vent tubes, glow sticks, pipe cleaners, and sparkly star stickers, and piled them on the lawn. Lou picked up the dryer vent tubes and slid them onto her arms. "I am a robot. Bleep, beep," she said. Mo stuck some stars on pipe cleaners and held them to his head and grinned. "I'm an alien from Jupiter." Ruth looked and looked at the pile of things. She still didn't know what she wanted to be. Millie took a cotton ball and pulled it apart into strands that looked like spider webs. She glued that into the corner of her astronaut helmet that was made from a paper bag. Then she made a spider out of black pipe cleaners and stuck that onto the web so the spider hung down in front of her face. She laughed. "These are going to be the best costumes ever." Ruth looked through the fabric pieces and found one big one that was a see-through mesh. She picked up a glow stick and said, "This gives me an idea. I'm going to be a nebula. That's a cloud of dust and gas where stars are born." She stuck some cotton balls and sparkly star stickers onto the fabric. Then she cut a hole for her face and draped it over her head. She held a glow stick up and said, "Ta-da!" On Halloween night, the three friends and Mo put on their space costumes and headed out to trick or treat. They all agreed that these costumes were awesome, and they gave each other a high five. It's craft time. Today we're going to make spiderweb decorations that are inspired by Anita and Arabella and the spiderwebs that they spun in space. For this craft, you need some black construction paper, and then you just need either a pencil or a white crayon, or you could use a metallic pencil if you have a metallic color pencil. Now, when we do this craft, it's kind of fun to pretend that we're the spider ourselves spinning our webs in our little box in space. So what you're going to do, you can make your spider web a small spider web that's like this size, or you can make a larger spider web. on the whole sheet of paper. It just depends on which one you prefer. I'm going to do it on the small piece of paper. So I folded up my construction paper into quarters and just made it a little bit smaller. And now I'm going to start at the top corner, and I'm going to draw a diagonal line down to the 2 corners to make a big X on my paper. We'll try that together. I'm going to draw my diagonal line and make a big X, just like that. Now I'm going to do that again right through the middle and make another across. Anita and Arabella are called cross spiders, and they make a little X in the middle of their web. So there is kind of like a star shape. Now that is going to be the supports for our web, and then we can pretend that we're the spider, and we're going to start in the middle of the web right there in the middle, and we're going to start tracing lines all the way around in a kind of a spiral shape around that star. So I'm going to start and just do a line here, and then another one, and another one, another one, and keep going right around. Now as you go around, you can kind of pretend that you're Anita working on your web to make sure that you have the perfect web, the very first web in space. Wow, I've done a lot really quickly. It might take you a little while to fill up the whole page, but here's my spider web, and it's kind of silvery and kind of pretty. I think it's kind of fun to put a spider right up in the corner waiting to see if any flies will come to the web. So I'm going to make a spider up there with a head and a body. There's the head and the body of the spider. And then you know how many legs a spider has. It has 8 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4 on one side, and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other side. There we go. There's the spider. She's waiting on the top of her web to see if any bugs will come in. That's a really fun project to do. If you wanted to make your web a little bit bigger and fill up the whole page, it might take you a little while, but there I put the spider way at the top of this web, and you can write your name on the web. Or you can write the name of your spider like Anita or Arabella. If you want to make your spider webs a little bit more 3-dimensional, you can use a little bit of glue, a glue stick, put some glue along those lines, and then take a cotton ball and pull a cotton ball out and put little threads of cotton onto the web. And I did that with the spider web that's behind me. Here it is. And you can see how, wow, it really stands out in a neat way. These would be great Halloween decorations to put out outside your house or inside your house, decorating for Halloween. Well, happy Halloween from the National Air and Space Museum, and enjoy your fall.